You're watching Asian Culture Vulture here at Cannes 2019, and we're just enjoying a rare moment of dry skies because there's been a lot of rain this year, possibly one of the wettest Cannes ever. We have walked on wet red carpets, seen wet celebrities, and even interviewed celebrities in the rain. But 2019 is also a year when there's a distinct lack of official films on the official programme which have been set or made in the Indian subcontinent, and absolutely no films from India. It's a little bit disappointing. It made us start up a hashtag Brown People Can, and over the course of the week we've been bumping into our various British Asian friends who've come over from the UK to the festival. We thought we'd catch up with them and find out more about what they get up to at the festival, for there may not be the films, but they're still here and they all work in the film industry. So this is a chance to find out what it is that they do at Cannes and why they love it so much. Gorgeous sunny day in Cannes, bumped into Cary Sawhney, who is the Executive Director and Programmer at the London Indian Film Festival, Bhamra Foundation London Indian Film Festival. Now, welcome to France.
Thank you very much.
Why is Cannes part of your kind of festival year planning? What's the purpose of being here?
Yeah, I think it's it's obviously the most important festival, one of the most important festivals of the world, and also it's an important platform and meeting point for many filmmakers from all over the world, also distributors, exhibitors, people planning their next films. So you need to know what's going on. If you're a festival director like I am, you need to know what films are coming in advance, so we can plan for our 2020 edition, etc. 2021 even. So that's really important. It's also a chance to meet people who and just hear about discussions around how cinema's going. It's very important to know what's actually happening in the world of cinema, and that could be whether it's online activity, or it could be what's happening with certain companies, are they growing, or those kind of things will make a difference in our microclimate of our film world, about how we survive even. So that's very important, and Cannes offers that kind of a window into a bigger world.
Kaleem, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm very good, yeah. A little tired, but it's Cannes, so you expect it.
So, you've been coming here for a few years. What's your kind of, you're a journalist, so what do you focus on when you come to Cannes?
I focus on trying to find really good new films to watch, and also doing interviews. I sometimes do panels. So there's a mix of things, but also networking. It's always a good place to meet people.
And how does this Cannes compare to the other? I know we're still kind of halfway through, but
You know what? I always think you realise how good or bad the Cannes is once it's over.
Right.
Because while you're in the middle of it, it's pretty manic, pretty chaotic.
what's hit you this year in terms of the films?
I think what's a real theme this year is how people have really gone for this idea that people are sleepwalking through life, that we're all following, and that's being represented in a lot of ghost stories. There was jinns in Atlantique, there's been zombies all over the place, and I think that's what we're finding this year, is people are looking at life isn't what it was before. What we thought of reality has gone. We all kind of work and look at screens and talk to people in Australia 1 second, Sri Lanka the next, in the spaces. And so I think this is reflected in films, but the way they've reflected that is in a very genre style.
Right. And how did it feel being a British Asian in Cannes? There's not a huge amount of people of colour, especially on the press side. You know, I was at Talk Diversity yesterday, and there was only a very small number of journalists and people of colour, and yet we talk about diversity, and you've been coming here many years, you know.
I mean, what's interesting about Cannes is you do actually see a few more black faces and brown faces, for want of a better word, than you normally do when you're at a press screening in London, for example.
Oh, okay.
But that's because, you know, they have journalists from all around the world, so people from India come, African Americans come, African come, so you have that. So there's a little bit more, but then you actually realise, in terms of diversity, the kind of second and third generation of colour isn't here. There's a lot of, you know, second generation white Europeans who have made it, so it's not impossible, and they also have their own struggles. But I think if we're just talking in terms of race, that's an issue, and I think you really, because Cannes brings out the old school of journalists, you see still the gender gap here. You see that there's a lot more male journalists than female journalists, especially of a certain age. But the good news is when I go to like Directors Fortnight, which is a sidebar, and a lot of newer journalists go there because their passes work better there, you see there's a bit more of a change.
Thank you, Kaleem.
Thanks.
Have a great hand.
Cheers. Nice one.
Brilliant.
Hi, this is Silas Ram, AsianCultureVulture.com. We're at Cannes, 72 Cannes, and I'm with Samir, Bhamra, who is the creative director of the UK Asian Film Festival. We last talked to him in Goa at Film Bazaar, which is another slightly offshoot of the International Film Festival of India. It's the kind of trade section of that festival called Film Bazaar. It's very, you may have met some of the people you met there, here, I don't know. So Samir, we're looking at the role of British Asians in Cannes, you know, what they're doing here, particular individuals like yourself. Why do you come to Cannes?
I come to Cannes straight after our festival finishes, so for us it's not only just a moment to start thinking about the next one, it's also about a period of reflection on the one that's happened. And once our festival kicks up a gear, you completely switch off from what's happening in the world, because you have to focus on the films that you are presenting. And in those 5 months that take place, you lose touch. And coming to Cannes actually is a really great starting point to refresh your mind. It's also a great opportunity to network with other film producers, filmmakers, who are either trying to get distribution for their films or looking for film funding, and getting a sense of what's going to be happening over the next few years.
And what do you think the role is for a film festival like the UK Asian Film Festival?
Well, firstly, it's primarily about audiences. A filmmaker will make a film for audiences, and we provide access to a very different kind of audience in each city because our festival tours. So a film that will be seen in London will be seen with very different lens in Leicester or Manchester or Glasgow or Edinburgh, because the people are different and they're also from different parts of South Asia. And essentially I think it's the learning that a filmmaker will get from the experiences of the audiences, and that will shape their own films in the future. I think so that's one key element, but the other is the acknowledgement outside of your home country that your film is actually good enough, it's credible enough, that it's being screened. So it really boosts a filmmaker's profile. And when it wins an award, obviously it's huge because the negotiation chips for when you're trying to get a distribution deal or try to sell your film to an online platform, all of that changes the mindset of the producer who first gave the money. So you can negotiate for more money next time, you know.
Absolutely.
And those are some really key things that a film festival does, and why we remain relevant.
And what are you up to right now? I mean, I know when you go back, you've got another project. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm really excited that, aside from, for 17 years, I've been part of the UK Asian Film Festival, Tongues on Fire, and I finally made my very first short film. After years and years and years of engaging with incredible talent to learn and shape my own mind about what it is that we wanted to make. So our film just got into the Shanghai Pride Film Festival. So we're very excited that, it's a 10-minute musical.
Okay, 10-minute musical, right.
10-minute musical. So it's a narrative with 3 actors who sing the songs, who actually do sing the songs. Wow. It's all original music. So I'm very excited about that.
And would you like to make it into a feature? Is that the kind of plan?
Well, so this is an exclusive.
Oh, great.
The songs that are actually in our short film Mad About the Boy actually form the foundation of the songs in Stardust, which is the musical that we are making in September.
Wow.
So,
excellent. Watch this space.
Watch this space.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Salish.
Take care.
Pleasure.
Hi, my name is Fagun, Thakrar, and I'm an actor, director, producer. and I'm here at the Cannes Film Festival because the Cannes itself invited me for their opening night gala and premiere, and I've had a long-lasting relationship with the Cannes Film Festival, and I was also here speaking on a panel with Women in Motion, and we were talking about women as a director, women as a producer, and I also had an event for my foundation, which is the Fagun Foundation, which helps women and girls through using creativity to help them overcome barriers. And so many things are going on, and I'm also here with some fashion, doing some fashion work as well. And at the moment I'm here at the Tiffany's event.
So, what is it that you love about Cannes? Because clearly you've been coming back and back.
What I love about Cannes is it's a film festival, and it's more than that, just a film festival. People come from all over the world. It's such an international film festival. Like there's like 150 different countries. There's all these pavilions. Like you have the UK pavilion, the Indian pavilion, many different pavilions. You meet people from all over the world. The films you watch, I love watching the films because it's all like foreign films that you normally wouldn't get to see in a cinema.
And have you bumped into many other British Asians while you've been here?
A few, yes, a few. I have not as much as normally, but yes, I have bumped into a few people, yes.
Do you think there should be more British Asians representing at the festival?
Yes, I think there should be more British Asian films at the film festival. I think they need to make more British Asian films in the first place. That's how we get them more in the festival. I think there should be more teamwork involved as well with other British Asian people, so they can develop a film and then bring it to Cannes. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Brilliant.
What to smoke, what to drink, don't mind much, don't wanna think. Now listen to me, brother man, I'll tell it to so you can't understand. We got a whole lot of more discovering. Don't act like you know all to know in the universe.